In the vast, ancient landscape of 2700 BC Egypt, the monumental task of building the Great Pyramid of Giza began with a single, crucial decision: its precise location. Priests, astronomers, and architects, clad in traditional linen garments, gathered to perform sacred and scientific rituals to select the perfect site. Using sophisticated knowledge of the cosmos, they employed primitive sighting tools to align the future pyramid with celestial bodies, ensuring its eternal connection to the heavens. Shadow sticks and long knotted measurement ropes were meticulously used to confirm perfect east-west alignment, a testament to their advanced understanding of geometry and astronomy. Their hands, guided by centuries of accumulated wisdom, drew precise geometric lines on the desert sand, mapping out the colossal structure's foundation. The air was thick with anticipation, as subtle wind rustled their robes and dust motes danced in the golden light, while workers stood silently, awaiting instructions. This meticulous planning underscored the scientific expertise of ancient Egyptians, ensuring the pyramid's spiritual and historical significance. With the site chosen, the next phase began, the arrival of tens of thousands of workers at the Giza Plateau, marking the start of the construction season. These were not just laborers, but a diverse workforce of farmers, masons, engineers, rope pullers, haulers, cooks, carpenters, and stone specialists. The sheer scale of manpower was immense, a human tide converging on the desert, ready to embark on the world's greatest construction mission. They carried essential equipment, their faces etched with determination, their bodies prepared for months of grueling labor under the relentless sun. Despite the arduous journey, moments of camaraderie emerged, with workers talking, laughing, and sharing their provisions. Supervisors guided them towards temporary living camps, rapidly constructed from mud bricks, where tents were being assembled and cooking fires started. This massive mobilization of human resources formed the backbone of the Pyramid Project, a testament to ancient Egypt's organizational prowess. The journey was long and arduous, often involving the transport of massive stone blocks across challenging terrain. Teams of men strained together, pulling heavy sleds laden with materials, showcasing their collective strength and perseverance. The meticulous work of shaping and preparing each stone was a skilled craft, requiring precision and endurance from dedicated artisans. Every individual, from the surveyor to the stone specialist, played a vital role in constructing one of humanity's most enduring wonders. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands today as a timeless symbol of ancient Egyptian ingenuity, spiritual devotion, and unparalleled human endeavor.
The Great Pyramids of Giza testify to ancient Egyptian ingenuity and immense human effort. Ancient Egyptians quarried millions of tons of limestone to build these colossal structures. Skilled laborers used copper chisels and wooden mallets to carve massive blocks from bedrock. Workers inserted wooden wedges into cracks and soaked them with water to fracture the stone. The quarry was harsh with heavy dust and desert heat, demanding great endurance. Powerful overseers monitored the strenuous work, ensuring efficiency and discipline. Teams used long wooden saws with metal blades to cut enormous rectangular stones in unison. Thousands of laborers worked tirelessly under the scorching sun to extract the materials. Massive multi-ton blocks were then transported from the quarry to the pyramid site. Transportation demanded immense strength and coordination across the desert. Dozens of men pulled wooden sleds carrying multi-ton blocks across the sand. Teams poured water on the sand ahead to reduce friction and smooth the path. Workers endured immense strain, with taut muscles, gripping hands, and sweat-drenched faces. Tightening ropes and grunts propelled the colossal stones forward slowly. Swirling dust and intense sunlight intensified the arduous desert conditions. Devoid of machinery, the process relied on human power, ingenuity, and collective will. The quarry to pyramid journey showcased organizational skills and civilization-wide determination. Each block represented countless hours from extraction to placement. The pyramids endure as symbols of ancient engineering and human endurance mastery. They remind us of incredible feats through collective effort and vision. Ancient Egypt's monumental pyramids stand as a testament to ingenuity, but their construction relied on an astonishing feat of human strength and simple physics. To move these multi-ton blocks, teams of laborers meticulously poured water onto the sand directly in front of the sleds, drastically reducing friction. This ingenious technique transformed the sand into a more solid surface, allowing the heavy sleds to glide with less resistance. Every pull was a synchronized effort, a testament to the collective will and organized labor of thousands. The sheer scale of the operation required immense coordination, with each man playing a vital role in the monumental task. Through sheer determination and a profound understanding of basic mechanics, the ancient Egyptians achieved what many today still find unfathomable. Their legacy, etched in stone, continues to inspire awe, showcasing the incredible power of human endeavor. Ancient Egypt, a civilization renowned for its monumental achievements, relied on immense human effort and ingenious methods to construct its iconic pyramids. Central to this feat was the transportation of colossal limestone blocks, often quarried far from the construction sites. The Nile River served as the primary artery for moving these massive stones, connecting distant quarries to the heart of the pyramid-building efforts. Each block, weighing many tons, required precise handling and immense collective strength to maneuver. Coordinated instructions, often shouted by overseers, ensured the synchronized movement of the teams. As the boats began their journey, the majestic Nile unfolded, a serene backdrop to this monumental undertaking. Workers rowed in synchronized rhythm, their powerful strokes propelling the heavy vessels upstream or downstream. Close-up views revealed the raw effort, dripping water from oars, wet ropes, and the straining muscles of the rowers. A skilled navigator, using a long wooden paddle, expertly steered the boat, guiding it through the river's currents. The Nile truly acted as a natural highway, facilitating the movement of thousands of blocks from distant quarries to the pyramid sites. This meticulous process, grounded in realism and historical accuracy, brought to life the monumental scale of ancient Egyptian engineering. Beyond the river, life continued in the workers' villages, bustling communities built near the Giza Plateau. As dawn broke, workers began their day stretching, washing their faces with water from jars, and preparing simple meals. Women baked flatbread in clay ovens, the smoke rising into the clear morning air, a staple of their daily diet. Cooks stirred large pots of stew, while children carried water jars, contributing to the communal rhythm of the village. Wounded workers received treatment from ancient healers who used herbs and bandages to mend injuries sustained from their arduous labor. Close-up scenes captured the details of daily life, hands kneading dough, pottery bowls being filled, and charcoal fires burning brightly. After long hours of work, the laborers found respite, sharing stories, sharpening tools, and repairing their sandals. Some even practiced rope-pulling techniques, honing the skills essential for their monumental tasks. The village hummed with chatter, the crackling of fires, and the distant, rhythmic sounds of construction. Wide scenes revealed the entire village, with the majestic, half-built pyramid towering in the background. This intimate portrayal highlights the humanity, community, and discipline of the workers who built one of the world's greatest monuments. Their lives, though arduous, were filled with purpose, contributing to an enduring legacy that continues to captivate us today.
The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a monumental achievement of ancient engineering, and its construction began with a meticulously planned foundation on a vast, perfectly leveled desert surface marked by precise rope grids under the warm golden hour sun. Teams of workers, their skin tones a terracotta orange, moved with synchronized effort, straining against thick ropes to pull massive limestone blocks into position across the sun-baked sandy desert floor on wooden sleds, with dust rising subtly around them. Simple yet highly effective tools such as wooden sleds and cylindrical log rollers were crucial for transporting these colossal limestone stones across the desert, as workers carefully positioned the logs beneath the blocks to ease their movement.
Skilled engineers, drawing on deep knowledge of geometry and mechanics, directed every precise placement of the limestone blocks, shouting directions and gesturing for millimeter-level adjustments as sand shifted and compressed under the immense weight. Workers made fine adjustments using long wooden levers to push from behind the large stone blocks, their faces glistening with sweat in sun-baked beige garments, while copper tools tapped the sides to check perfect alignment amid the warm desert light. From an overhead perspective, the sheer scale of the operation unfolds, revealing dozens of workers moving in synchronized lines as the perfect square base of the pyramid takes shape against the vast sandy landscape under warm lighting. With the foundation securely laid, the next immense challenge was to raise the Great Pyramid layer by painstaking layer towards the sky, as shown in this time-lapse where multiple layers of stone blocks build simultaneously amid rising dust clouds. Workers demonstrated remarkable human endurance as they ascended long, winding earthen ramps, dragging massive limestone stones uphill with thick ropes, their feet slipping in sliding sand under the warm desert lighting that highlights their straining efforts. Foremen, their faces etched with intense concentration, used precise hand signals to guide the limestone blocks into exact positions, while workers wielded wooden levers amid dripping sweat, ensuring every stone fit perfectly in coordinated precision. The pyramid grew step by step, each successive layer smaller than the one below, demanding extreme precision as teams pushed blocks from behind, stabilized from the sides, stretched ropes for alignment, and checked corners with simple tools across the immense scale. Aerial overhead views capture the entire pyramid base as a buzzing hive of activity, with hundreds of workers functioning like a vast human machine, earthen ramps snaking around the growing structure under warm desert light casting long shadows. The engineering logic shone through in every detail, as workers chiseled sharp edges on limestone blocks producing fine dust, smoothed rough surfaces with tools, tightened ropes for stability, and meticulously measured gaps to achieve flawless construction. Before any stone could be shaped or fitted for the pyramid, essential copper tools had to be forged in ancient workshops, where close-ups reveal embers glowing brightly in clay furnaces as fires roar and sparks burst from melting copper. Workers tirelessly pumped manual bellows to intensify the heat in the furnaces, their faces dramatically illuminated by the intense orange firelight amid thick smoke and dust, creating a high-contrast scene of relentless labor. Molten copper, glowing a brilliant orange, was carefully poured from crucibles into stone molds shaped for chisels, axes, and saws, with the dark workshop lit primarily by the dramatic light and shadows from the liquid metal. After cooling, the newly cast copper tools were hammered vigorously on rough stone anvils to sharpen their edges for precision work, with flakes flying from each impact, the metal still warm as sweat dripped from the workers amid crackling fires. The ancient workshop buzzed as a vital hub of activity, filled with dozens of workers hammering, sharpening tools, and tending roaring fires, surrounded by stacks of implements and piles of charcoal in a gritty, realistic atmosphere. These copper tools, though primitive by modern standards and often showing teal green patina from age and use, were indispensable for shaping the pyramid's massive stones, their worn textures highlighting historical authenticity. Without these meticulously crafted copper implements, including chisels and hammers with their enduring teal patina and signs of heavy use, the precise fitting and monumental scale of the Great Pyramid's construction would have been utterly impossible.
The ancient pyramids of Egypt, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, stand as monumental testaments to human ingenuity and perseverance. Constructed over 4,500 years ago during the Old Kingdom without any modern machinery or technology. Our exploration starts with the limestone quarries of Tura and Mokattam, where the very stones that built these wonders were meticulously extracted by skilled ancient workers. In these quarries, teams of ancient Egyptian workers, their skin glistening with sweat under the relentless desert sun, used simple yet effective copper chisels, wooden mallets, and stone hammers to painstakingly chisel out massive limestone blocks. Each strike was precise, carving away at the porous limestone, leaving behind chisel scars and imperfections that reveal the immense manual labor involved. Under the scorching desert sun with heat haze distorting the air, multiple teams of workers coordinated their efforts seamlessly, employing primitive methods like wooden levers and wedges to separate each colossal stone from the rock face, with remarkable accuracy and efficiency. This coordinated manual labor highlights the scale and discipline required in ancient Egyptian quarrying operations. Once freed from the quarry, these immense limestone blocks, often weighing between 2 to 80 tons each, presented the next challenge: transportation across the vast, unforgiving desert terrain to the Nile River. Workers loaded them onto sturdy wooden sledges, and teams of strong laborers began the strenuous pull across the loose sandy ground. To overcome the high friction of the dry sand, clever workers poured water from large clay pots directly in front of the advancing sledges, darkening and compacting the sand to create a much smoother, more slippery path. This simple yet ingenious technique allowed the massive stones to glide more effortlessly, reducing the physical strain on the hauling teams. Accompanied by rhythmic chants that echoed across the barren desert, motivating and synchronizing their movements, large teams of laborers with taut muscles dragged the heavy sledges mile after mile toward the life-giving Nile River, visible as a shimmering lifeline on the horizon. This grueling overland journey was a critical first leg in the complex logistics of pyramid construction. The mighty Nile River served as the primary artery for transporting these colossal stones over long distances, representing a logistical marvel achieved entirely without modern machines during the Old Kingdom era. Boats constructed from papyrus reeds and sturdy would carry massive limestone and even granite blocks, gliding smoothly over the calm, blue-tinged waters. Ancient Egyptians demonstrated mastery in complex logistics by harnessing the river's natural power, with men aboard the boats using thick ropes, sturdy wooden beams as levers, and clever counterweights to carefully stabilize and secure the heavy cargo against the gentle currents. This ensured the precious stones arrived safely closer to the pyramid construction sites. Experienced boat captains, their faces weathered by years of sun and wind exposure, expertly navigated the Nile's currents by observing familiar landmarks during the day and the guiding stars at night, ensuring the safe passage of their invaluable cargo. Their deep knowledge of the river was essential to the success of this vital supply chain. The ancient Egyptians strategically timed their transports with the Nile's annual seasonal flooding, which dramatically raised water levels and allowed heavily laden boats to navigate much closer to the elevated Giza Plateau. Temporary ramps extended from the higher water's edge up to the construction site, maximizing efficiency in stone delivery. Upon reaching the riverbank near Giza, large teams of laborers executed synchronized, powerful movements to unload the massive stone blocks from the boats, showcasing the incredible organizational power, discipline, and collective strength that underpin the entire pyramid project. The weathered wood of the boats and rough textures of the stones underscored the era's craftsmanship. As the sun dipped below the horizon in a spectacular display, dozens of boats dotted the Nile, some still laden with stones, their silhouettes etched against a vibrant golden-orange sky, with the distant pyramids bathed in warm sunset glow. This scene symbolized the unceasing, continuous flow of materials that powered one of the ancient world's greatest wonders. Now at the construction site with stones delivered, the next monumental challenge was raising these multi-ton blocks to the pyramid's incredible heights, starting from the base layers already in place. A dramatic overhead view reveals the initial foundation, setting the stage for the engineering feats to come. Ancient builders ingeniously devised a massive straight ramp system, an engineering marvel composed of piled limestone rubble, clay, and sand, gradually extending upwards alongside the pyramid's rising structure to facilitate block placement at higher levels. This ramp allowed access to progressively taller courses of the monument. Hundreds of tireless laborers, their muscles bulging and bodies coated in sweat and dust, pushed wooden sledges loaded with heavy stone blocks up the steep ramp, while supervisors clad in simple linen garments shouted precise instructions to maintain rhythm and safety. This human-powered ascent exemplified the sheer scale of effort involved. Mirroring the desert transport technique, workers poured water onto the ramp's granular, windswept surface to drastically reduce friction, creating a slicker path that made the arduous uphill journey slightly less demanding on the straining teams. Beads of sweat and dust on their skin highlighted the harsh conditions they endured. This sophisticated, integrated system encompassing quarrying, river transport via the Nile, and the straight ramp construction enabled the ancient Egyptians to erect enduring structures that have withstood millennia. A cross-sectional animation illustrates precisely how the ramp supported block placement at ascending levels within the pyramid's core. From the dusty quarries of Tura and Mokattam to the towering heights of the Giza Plateau, every single stone embedded in these pyramids tells a profound story of an ancient civilization's unparalleled vision, engineering prowess, and indomitable collective will that continues to inspire awe today. Bathed in golden hour sunset light, the completed pyramids cast long dramatic shadows across the desert,